and I step in the box, sports cards fans. Welcome back to another episode of Batter Up with Brett and John. What's up, John?
I'm doing well on this Friday night. It's Football Friday here in Fishers, Indiana. We got a sectional game right down the street. Our HSE team apparently is number one in the state. Who knew? I almost didn't get to do the live stream. Yesterday, there was a chance that I could have had to volunteer at that game for the cross country team as selling concessions. So it's getting colder. Football season's here, and in high school it's wrapping up. So yeah, I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm awesome. My dad's birthday today. Salute to all the veterans. Veterans Day today. And I heard you met Tom Brady today, or saw Tom Brady.
I got to tell this story right off the bat. So I don't know. We only have like 11 people watching right now, but this was so hilarious, right? Because my son had off today. He had a e-learning day. So we go to Terre Haute, Indiana, which is like an hour and a half drive from our house. They have a Laverne Gibson is the course. It's a famous cross-country course in the Midwest, really purpose-built for cross-country, really nice course. It's like the Augusta National of cross-country courses. Honestly, it's like groomed perfect. It's a stadium course. There's no trees in the middle. You can see everything. It's amazing. It's like being at Talladega, honestly. It's like a big kind of Talladega type oval with a lot of inside stuff going on. So anyway, we're watching the event, and I see Michigan is near the front. There's this kid from Michigan. He's like second. And I was like, that kid's really good. So I look up on the app to see the result, like live results. And I was like, I'll be damned. That dude's name is Tom Brady. Tom Brady is second right now. And I was like, holy crap. So yeah, I got to watch Tom Brady finish second at a cross-country race today in a uniform.
You sent me that picture, and I was cracking up. I'm like, Tom Brady,
I couldn't believe
hilarious.
it. I was like, I'll show your users for their own enjoyment. So
yeah, while John's looking that up too, hey guys, we're gonna have a little box battle.
So this dude right here in Michigan, his name, no joke. I'm gonna pull up the live results. His name, you guys can see that, was Tom Brady.
I think that is great.
Like, no way. Yeah.
So our box battle tonight, we'll open these at the end like we've been doing. Blaster box of Update Series, baby. The Blaster Nation.
We are going to do this for like the next, I don't know how many weeks. I've got like 8 of these on hand, so we can do this from now to Christmas. But yeah.
We got a decent amount of people in here to kick this off. 23 people watching.
Yeah, really. Happy Friday, everybody. Trading Cards and More, what's up? Alex, what's up? Neighbor Bob, what's up? Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. Anthony, what's up? I'm just going to rattle off, kind of catch up with chat, and then we'll get into our topics. Eddie, what's going on? Oh, yeah, that Independence Day you saw on my channel, that was pretty sweet. The Hunter Green, the color match, really cool. Got that from a Target hanger box that I got on Monday. What's up, Joe? That's your brother, right?
That's my dad. That's my dad.
That's your dad. Okay, I always get the two mixed up. That's your dad, Joe. How's your day going, Coach? Let's see here. Brandon. What's up, Brandon? Happy Veterans Day. Hello from the rising sun of Japan. That is awesome. We've got some Japan in the house here. Pretty cool. And what did another Michigan QB, Chad Henne, lives? Oh, he lives near you. Chad Henne lives near you. That's cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Dollar Box Bangers has been a big supporter of the channel.
All right, we're all pretty much caught up on chat with your student there. So we got a couple topics to dig into tonight. Hopefully you find them enjoyable. We're going to lead off with one that might be a little controversial. Don't know that it fits into our batter up segment, but we wanted to talk about it nevertheless. So for those of you out there in YouTube land, if you've seen recently Sports Card Investor, Card Collector 2, Mojo Sports, and Roth Cards, Whatnot has given them each $50,000 to go spend either the Nashville Card Show or Dallas. Now, I can't help but think that, during the pandemic, when everybody was getting free money and, everybody said that kind of pumped up the market, Whatnot is basically doing the exact same thing right now with a lot of key influencers giving them a ton of money to go to card shows and buy cards. I know my feelings on it, but how about you, Brett? Why don't you lead us off here and then I'll follow up.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I want to know the finances that Whatnot has. Like, what kind of money are they making that they can just keep doing these huge promos with these social media influencers? Because obviously it's working. At least it appears to be working. And, I saw that and I'm like, wait a sec, Card Collector 2s at Dallas, $50,000. Mojo Sports, $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
Roth Cards, there's $150,000 between the three of them at the Dallas Card Show, and they spent it all.
Yep.
And that can make a show for a lot of vendors.
Well, I look at it this way. If it wasn't for influencers that travel to those shows right now and companies like Whatnot, it's almost like, to me, it's stimulus. It's trying to stimulate something in the card market. Yes, Whatnot's trying to get sales on their platform, so that's why they're giving them the money. But it also is giving dealers money who might otherwise have had a troublesome time right now selling cards. And they're cherry picking the shows that they do this at. It doesn't come to the Oak Creek Card Show. It didn't come to the Fishers Card Show that's tomorrow. It's not coming to the Louisville Card Show that was last weekend. And it's just kind of like, it leaves a sour taste in your mouth because $50,000 is a lot of money. And you spread that out amongst many dealers, that covers a lot of costs. And it also moves a lot of inventory off their books that they otherwise are struggling to sell. Now, I can't fault Whatnot for trying to do this to create hype, create buzz, bring people to their platform, and they certainly knew how to use the biggest players in the game. It's a surprise they didn't use 502 Frank or, Sasha T or I'm probably forgetting some of the bigger ones, but you get my point. They could have picked the smaller guys. They could have picked Step in the Box. They could have picked ERB Sports. I don't sell at card shows, but I sell a lot on eBay. I didn't get $50,000 from Whatnot to go buy cards to go sell on Whatnot. I have a Whatnot account. I really haven't created any shows, but it just leaves a sour taste in my mouth because it feels like you're trying to do the exact same thing that we all know the pandemic had with regards to stimulus and creating kind of like a pump up in the market that was really kind of fake. So I don't know. Any other thoughts on that?
No, I mean, I don't fault Card Collector 2, Roth, Mojo, Sports Card Investor at all for doing it because I don't know about you, but I watched all 4 of those videos from start to finish. And I wonder how their performance did on the behind-the-scenes YouTube stuff. I have a feeling it did pretty good. So, I don't fault them at all. I would love to know the details of the behind the stuff. What I guess I don't really get on Whatnot. I know what it is. I know how it works, but I don't get on there. I would like to know after this is all said and done and the smoke has settled it, like what kind of sales overall took place from the 50 that they spent.
Yeah, that's a great point because $50,000, you don't know what price point they're sticking in because you could buy $51,000 cards, you could buy $500 cards, or you could buy 1,000, $50 cards. I think that math works out. But depending how you spend that money, I don't know. I mean, again, you've got to sell the card. You go to eBay. I was bidding on an auction earlier tonight for another De'Aaron Fox card, PSA 10 Optic Shock rookie, cool looking card. I already have one copy. Could have got it for $35. That seems really cheap. And I'm guessing if I went to a card show to go buy that, I don't think I would have found a dealer that would have given it to me for under $75. That could be wrong, but that's kind of the market we're in right now. Auctions would go for less because there just, aren't as many buyers, but dealers who have it wouldn't budge off $75. But if Whatnot gives them 50 grand to go buy cards, well, maybe that ends up in the pile and it's a sale they would not have otherwise made. So I can see the pros and cons of it, but it leaves a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth because I want dealers to price their cards effectively for the market that we're in. And I feel like every card show I've went to for the last 6 months has been 2 card shows within a card show. Many people have already said that. Neo Cards and Comics, I watch a lot. He says that a lot. Where you have one set of tables that are priced a certain way and nobody buys from them. And then you got another set of tables that are priced at market rate and everybody buys from them. And even the ones that everybody buys from are taking a risk right now in a market that continues to be kind of downward pressured, where they're honestly, it's kind of like a bailout. So I don't know.
Yeah. Another takeaway while you were talking there that I just thought of, if you really sit down and dissect and watch those videos, Card Collector 2 is really good at doing this in terms of buying. Mm-hmm. When you're buying a lot from one person and you're lotting stuff up, he gets really good deals by bundling stuff together and getting his price. Mm-hmm. You can, again, if you're buying one card, you're not really going to get a deal. But when you start throwing around a few $1,000s, you can start getting some pretty good deals off of it, getting a price. He usually gets like the throw-in card. He'd be like, "Oh, I'll pay your price here, but throw that card in for $200. It was $250, and he gets that 50 off." He's mm-hmm. really good at that stuff. He's a sharp guy.
Yeah.
So that was my take on that part of it. You can learn from the business side of it.
Yep, definitely. Want to move on to another topic? I think we beat that one to death. I'll let you bring up the next topic. I think we all have the same topics written down, but why don't you go ahead and broach the next topic you want to bring up?
So at the card show last Saturday, the first cards that I sold were some Justin Fields cards. And I cannot believe how fast the hype train has gotten back on Justin Fields. I don't understand it. I even discounted those cards. I shouldn't have, because I didn't realize how big of a hype. I mean, I can't get on the Justin Fields hype train. I know he's like the best running back in the league. Seriously.
Yeah.
He's got a quarterback rating of 55.
Yes. Yes. He has definitely overachieved recently. They're letting him play to his strengths, which is good to see. But you're 100% right. It's amazing how the hype train ratcheted right back up on a player who didn't even win a game. The Bears are 3-6. He had 3 passing touchdowns, 123 yards last week, but he ran for 180 yards, and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, he's Michael Vick. He's Lamar Jackson." He could be, but wow, he's got 10 touchdowns and like 6 interceptions this year. He's only passed for like 1,300 yards or 2,000, not a lot of yards. The Bears are terrible. I don't know why people rush back in to buy a player who hasn't proved anything, unless he's your favorite, unless he's your guy. You can always buy guys if it's your guy, right? I buy De'Aaron Fox. I've been buying De'Aaron Fox for years. So he's always going to be my guy. And maybe that's true for Justin Fields. It's amazing, though, that you sold Justin Fields first at the card show this last weekend, because on eBay, I had just lowered the prices on a lot of my Justin Fields cards that I had listed, and I sold them all. They all got bought. So obviously I hit the sweet spot. Like I lowered a Donruss parallel that I had. I lowered a player of the day. I lowered a absolute relic card, and they all sold. So I'm glad to see it because they were just sitting there collecting dust and nothing was happening, and I thought they were going to go to zero. So I'll take any sale I can get, even if it's not what I originally envisioned those cards might be worth with a quarterback class that was crazy hyped. So yeah, as a rundown, following up from your Justin Fields comment, the 2021 rookie class in general, as far as the quarterbacks go, I wanted to rattle off a couple stats. Many people probably already know this who are in the live stream, and it's probably going to come as no surprise. But Mac Jones and Zach Wilson both have the same number of touchdown passes this year, 4. It's November 11th. They have 4 touchdown passes.
What is it? Is this week 9 coming up, or is it week 10?
This is week 10, I believe. 10 or 11, something like that. So yeah, they're stellar. 4 touchdowns and 7 interceptions and 4 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, albeit the Jets are pretty good. They just beat the Bills, but I don't think it's because of Zach Wilson. Justin Fields and Davis Mills, on the other hand, have 2.5 times more touchdowns than both Zach Wilson and Mac Jones, and they have 10 each, which is stellar. Even more so. I'm kidding. It's not good, right? I think 10 and 6 for Fields and 10 and 8 for Mills. Trevor Lawrence has 11 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, so he's leading the way. But again, 11 touchdowns and 6 interceptions through 9 weeks of the season is not good. And Trey Lance, we can't really rate him because he did not play. He only played like 1.5 weeks. So there you have it. That is the very disappointing 2021 rookie class. Now you still have Jamar Chase in there and Jalen Waddle, who are playing out of their mind when they're playing. Great to see, but wow. What a very disappointing quarterback class that was so far.
Yeah, there's still time, you know. I mean, you can't write these guys off. You see some flashes here and there, and everybody's prospecting, and there's good points from everybody, you know. But we'll see. I as a Bears fan, I'm skeptical, man. I've seen enough heartbreak from the Bears. We've had a lot of commenters. We got 39 people watching tonight, John. Can you believe that?
39 people on a Friday night football night for a high school if your team is in it.
Yeah. We're putting Tracker to sleep over here. He's sleeping next to me. But hey man, another miniature PSA update.
Yeah.
PSA came out on Twitter and they are running their $15 special through the end of November. And I don't think that's going to change anytime soon because between my orders and a couple of my friends' orders where we're sharing dates, they are ripping through orders. I said this on the last week. I had on the 26th, October 26th, I had orders arrive at PSA. They checked in on the 28th. I have one that's in QA2. That's the last step. I wouldn't be surprised if I wake up tomorrow morning or the next couple of days and it's gone through. The other one's in assembly. And I mean, a 3-week turnaround time would be amazing.
That is amazing. Does that have the logo fractor in it?
I have some logo fractor in there.
Okay.
Some Wanders and the short print Torkelson, I think. Okay. So I did not send the Julio in yet. I've kind of held that one back.
Okay.
Just for the price. I just I think it's going to get a 9, and I kind of want to just hold it. But PSA, if you're looking, I'm telling everybody, if you got some cards, if you got 10 cards and you're ready to go, especially football, like if you have football cards right now, and especially like Justin Fields, this would be a perfect time to throw them in there and try to get them back, like for $15.
Yeah. If you had any basketball that you thought, like as the All-Star game approaches, you might also think the same thing. There could be a couple surprises this year when it comes to All-Star game selections. Not necessarily a bad idea. Yeah, so good points about PSA. I have a stack of cards. I have 3 stacks of cards. I've got like cards that I would definitely send in, cards that I should send in, but I'm not sure they'd get 10s. And then I've got cards that I might send in. I have never sent a card in. So full disclosure, I've never really sent a card in for grading. My brother-in-law has been the only one that's done that for us. So I'm a pretty big novice at that, but no time like the present to figure that out.
Yeah, you get better as you go. That's for sure.
And yeah, so I've got like a Cade Cunningham parallel. I've got Mike Trout numbered cards. I've got Wander numbered card from Logofractor. I've got some short prints, some super short prints, Meyer purples, you name it. I've autos. I've got some good stuff in there. So some of the stuff I think is pretty obvious you should send in at the right price point.
Hey, Clifford has a really good question, which you and I kind of talked about before we went on the show, or at least exchanged a message. Clifford Dugan talking about Bowman Chrome. It's down a little bit.
It's down a little bit?
It's down a little bit towards the bottom.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Which rookies do you guys expect? That I actually did. So before the live, I wanted to make a list of Bowman Chrome checklists to make sure I had that understood, and I unfortunately couldn't find it. But I don't know. Do you have any insights on that?
I mean, I think this product on the rookie side is going to be amazing because it's got to have J-Rod and Witt and all these rookies that are an update because it's their last chance. It's not like they're going to do them next year.
Right.
This is a rookie. And then I have not done any digging into what draft picks that they held out that would be in Bowman Chrome. I know I just remember off the top of my mind that there were multiple first round draft picks that they held back for this product. It's not, that's where we got to see the checklist. And then we don't know what news, when's it coming out? Is it going to be next year? Early next year, and then next thing you know, Bowman's going to be coming out. It's a weird cycle. It's a weird cycle.
Yeah, we have some pretty good products coming up here at the end of the year. One of the things I wanted to touch on as we kind of transition topics was what were the best baseball products of 2022? I mean, we could spend a lot of time consternating over like what were the pros and cons of each product. Low print run, easy to pull good cards, cards that have good value, quality control, cards that had the best appearance. Overall, really curious what the commenters and then the folks in chat have to say about this. But I made my list of like my top 6 products that I thought were the best. And then I have the 6 products that I thought were the worst. So what do you want to start with?
Let's go with the best. I have my clear number 1 on a pedestal, not even close.
Okay.
Logofractor.
Logofractor was your number 1 pick?
I put the step in the box stamp of approval on that one immediately. That's my favorite product. Looks cool, has a loaded checklist. It's got value. It's short printed. It has it all as a collector.
Yeah. Hard to argue with that one. We might find another version of that same release in the least favorite products of the year. But let's get to that in a bit. So I guess if we're doing draft picks here, you drafted Logofractor as your number 1 pick. So my number 2 pick for favorite product of the year, I think Update with a modest print run and a full slate of parallels and easy to find, popular. I'd put that at number 2, but it's really close to to Bowman. So I put Bowman and Update were probably like 2 and 3 neck and neck.
I agree 100% right there.
So what was your number 4 product? What was the
Man,
next one up?
that's a tough one. That's a tough one because after that it starts to fall off pretty significantly, you know, in terms of baseball products. If you were going to say, hey, I got to buy another product, what is it going to be?
Mm-hmm.
Probably, I hate to say this, but like with Wander Mania to start the year, Series 1, even though it was made so much, you had the Wander in it, and it was good to me. Like, Series 1 was good to me. Not only the 101 pull, but I had some SPs of Wanders, some gold Wanders. So I know that's probably not a very popular opinion, but I did like Series 1. What about you?
It's tough because some of the ones I wrote down are yet to come. So I don't know that I think these are in anticipation, but in no particular order, I wrote Bowman Chrome and Finest. That could be pretty good as the season kind of closes out, and Stadium Club Chrome. I don't think we've seen that. I think it's still yet to come. And then
a good one.
As a consolation prize, I think Topps Fire was probably the best paper card that was sort of in the middle somewhere. That was all right. And then, so I know, what was it? 1 Cent Sports Cards kind of does his list of like the best ranking. It's his opinion. Just my gut feel. I agree with your logo fractor pick, although Update, because it's more of a complete set, is right there. Update Chrome, forgot about that one. So Update and Update Chrome, we'll put those in the same bucket. And then Bowman Chrome and Finest. And then we've got Stadium Club. And there might be something else that creeps in there as sort of a non kind of flagship set that ends up kind of stealing the show. But right now, that's where my head's at. So,
dude,
what about
finish off
products?
To finish off the year here,
yeah,
with Bowman Chrome, with Bowman's Best. I love Bowman's Best.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
with Update coming out just recently. I mean, you want to talk about some killer products to finish here, and we're not even talking like the sapphires that go with that, the Chrome Update as well. I mean, we had a really dead period of August where Topps Chrome was not out, and we were getting amped up. And to finish the year, we're going to go out with a boom. And I mean, I'm not going to have the budget to keep like going all in on all those. Just you can't do it.
I can't do it either unless I sell.
I mean, dude, it's a commitment. But it's a good way to end the year. So what about what's the trash bag award this year? What is the trash bag product of the year award?
I think until the silver packs came around, the trash bag product of the year has to be Topps Chrome. That was by far awful. That was the worst release for the price. The last time I checked, Blowout, I believe, has hobby boxes all the way down to $149. And jumbos are $275. For what they tried to get when that first came out, the hobby boxes were $300 and the jumbos were $600. And now they can't even sell a jumbo for half that, which is crazy, right? That just shows you how overpriced and bad that product was. I bought 4 blasters in retail, and I have not hesitated to even pull any off the shelf. I think that product in retail sucks. I'm sure there's good cards in there. Don't get me wrong. You can pull a J-Rod Auto, but your chances are so slim. The checklist is very mediocre, and I'm just by far that was the worst release of the year.
I'm spot on with that one. I'll agree 100%. I had Chrome as my stamp of the trash bag, sponsored by Hefty. By far, I was so disappointed after the Dead Zone. Series 2, I was a little let down on. You could hit some short prints, but you just, it was an okay product. And then you're waiting, and the National Card Show comes up. And then they release this product, and I'm like, really? This is crazy. But
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
that gets my trash bag of the year award big time.
That's if we got to brand that the trash bag product of the year was Chrome. I think the second most trashy trash bag product was Series 1. Not because it was bad, because it was really decent when it came out. They printed way too much of it. And it was evident by the time they, updated and Series 2 came around, and it was printed like 60% less. It's like, holy cow. They printed the crap out of that. And so
Yeah.
Series 1 was good to me too. I pulled a Goldschmidt Auto. I pulled a Home Field Advantage Aaron Judge. My Meyer Purples were pretty good. I had a lot of fun in Series 1, but it really was an overprinted product. And yeah, if it wasn't for the nickel and diming, I mean, that product would have sucked.
Exactly. If you would have asked me at the beginning of the year, I'd say this product's awesome. And then as you compare it to Series 2 and update, you're like, whoa, holy crap. But Wander Mania was so amazing to start the year. The hobby was still going crazy. So it's hard to remove those feelings. But, well, I guess we could call these the Trashies Awards.
That's like a child's toy, the Trashies. You ever hear about that? My son used to collect those. You got any more on your trash bags products? Because I got a few more.
Heritage, not only this year, but the last couple of years, Heritage is making my trash bag awards, man.
It's too close to Series 1, and it feels like it's printed way too much.
Way too much. So disappointing. The hit rates.
The hit rates are impossible in retail. You're lucky if you get one parallel in a blaster box. It's just not good.
And my one that goes side by side with Heritage, I used to buy cases of Gypsy Queen.
Yeah.
Dude, Gypsy Queen's the same way. They've made so much of them. To pull like a blue Gypsy Queen numbered card or to get a short print out of those, it's almost impossible. And it used to be a collector's sets, but you can't hit these things now because they make so much of it. I like those products. I like both of them. But I just don't buy them anymore because they're so expensive. Well, they were. I'm sure next year they're going to be cheaper. But the hit rates were just not good.
I opened one hobby box of Gypsy Queen, and it was decent. I pulled a Andrew Vaughn Auto numbered to 99 and a Mike Trout Gold numbered to 50. I pulled 5 numbered cards total and like 1 SP. It was decent. It was a decent box. And for $120, I had to open it because I'd redeemed the wrapper during the Topps wrapper redemption. So yeah, that one was okay. That was in my okay list. I got 2 more that I think I want to cover in the trash bag ones. Clearly Authentic. Phil's Pulls had a video. That product
recently,
total garbage. The auto pull rate in there is impossible. It feels like they made so much of it. And like he opened 8 boxes in his video, and I don't think any of the autos. He had 1 Pete Alonso auto that was decent. Everything else was just people that were pitchers, that were relief pitchers, and people you've never heard of. So I've never bought that product. I probably never will. You might pick that up on the secondary market when you go to a card show. They're all encased cards. So if you see somebody and they're selling one for like $10, go ahead and buy that because you know they opened it and paid $80 for that. So kind of just laugh as you're walking away on that one. And then all Panini baseball products. I hate to say it, but Prism, Chronicles, I don't think we've seen Optic yet, but all of those are trash this year. I hate the way they look. Anthony said a great comment in one of your videos earlier. Topps' photography is so much better. When you see Panini and they make like the player like this big and the card has a massive border, it looks bad on the eyes. It's terrible to look at. I don't care that they don't have logos. If they made the card look better with good colors on the eyes, that would be fine. but they make logo-less cards look bad, which is it's hard to do.
It is frustrating because they go. I understand why they have to do it because they can't get the logo on the jersey, right? So they got a lot of those stances with like the back, and they just don't look. I wish Fanatics would buy them too. In a certain way, I don't want them to, but I do want them to get bought out for logos.
Totally agree.
I love this question by Lucky Peter that you pulled up.
Yeah,
I have always liked Allen and Ginter for a lot of reasons, and you can really pull some cool stuff out of there. Non-sports, as a disc golf player, there's been disc golfers in there. There's some cool. The cryptocurrency card one year was amazing. There's some really neat stuff. I pulled a William Shatner auto out of there. Pulled Floyd Mayweather autograph out of there. I mean, there's been some cool stuff in there. Shark teeth. I mean, you name it. There's some cool stuff in there.
Yeah, I like Big Wes's comment here. Waste Management sponsors Heritage every year. That's 100% true. That product
in recent years, for sure, big time.
Anthony, I totally agree on the Panini has just bad design on their cards. They don't, for logoless cards, they could try a lot better to make the player look. It just doesn't look pleasing on the eye at all. Not like that on every card, but especially Prism. It just looks awful. I can't stand to look at it. It's like, take that away. It's terrible.
Man, oh man. Stu's in the house, the egg. Stu's a veteran. Thanks for your service, Stu.
Allen and Ginter. So I know a guy at my local card shop, Greg. He's a big Allen and Ginter fan. He's a big Heritage fan. Now he opens cases of Heritage and cases of Allen and Ginter because he completes the master sets. That's the only way he can get money back. He knows there's buyers out there. So he has a massive bankroll when it comes to ripping that stuff and selling it. So
yeah, the secret's out anymore. As social media's hit, the secret's out. I used to buy the non-spot and breaks of Allen and Ginter for cheap back in 17 and 18. In 19, it got a little more expensive, but in 2020, it was out of touch. It was like a third of the autos of a case were non-people. And then you get all those inserts that are stacked up, shipped to you. Mm-hmm. If you piece those out, dude, it is it's hard to describe, but people that are just getting in the hobby, like there's certain sets that are collector's sets. Allen and Ginter and Gypsy Queen. You're trying to complete the A&G backs, the special backs, the short prints. In Heritage, it's the high numbers. And all those inserts in A&G, you got the farm animals, you got trains, you got there's a million different sets. And they need them all, and the master set is huge. And it takes you, if you were buying those on eBay, it takes you forever. So the more I got in, I'm trying to think in 18, I think I bought into 10 breaks in a row, and I completed these sets, and then you put them on eBay, and those pay for yourselves, not even the autographs. And again, it was like $100 for a break back then for the non-spot, which, dude, now in A&G, again, $300, $400, $500 for the non-spot, depending what the checklist is. I actually like that set. And that's another set that hasn't come out yet this year. Where is that set at?
Still to come. Yeah, it's kind of like Finest. It's usually one of the first sets, and it hasn't come out yet. Alex, I think that's your student, right? He has a question. What's your best card? I know what
my best.
I know what yours is, and you sold it.
What's your best card? You got some Currys.
Yeah, I would probably say my best. I don't know. My favorite card in the collection that's probably the best card is probably the Curry PSA 9 rookie. It's not a flashy card. I would bring it out of the safe, but I don't have the keys down here to go get into it. So what's that? That's
So this is my favorite card that I've ever pulled, and I won't sell. Rizzo Bryant out of 10, dual relic out of Heritage. Pretty sick card. I love it. Not worth a ton, but it's just cool, you know. But my two most valuable cards, number one was the Wander, the $78,000 Wander that I sold. And then out of Topps Chrome Sapphire Soccer, that Erling Haaland 99 short print. That was my second most expensive card that I've pulled and graded and sold for $5,000. So there's my three. I have some other ones that are worth more money, but just for a collector, I would never sell this. This is a card I would not sell.
I have a couple cards like that. I have to pull them out at some point and show them. They're not worth a lot, but they're just cards I'd never sell. They were fun pulling, or they were fun acquiring when I was a kid, and I've never sold them, and I'll keep them forever, even though they're never worth anything. I got a Michael Jordan from like way, way back. I think it was like his second or third year. And I've kept that card since I was a kid. So
here's my last little thing that I just jotted down that I didn't tell you about. But Jeremy Pena, his cards are going crazy. World Series. If you have Jeremy Pena and you have some base cards, if I were you,
sell them.
I would pull them out and sell them.
I'm listing all of them on eBay. If you want to buy them, buy them. I list them at a pretty competitive price. Anything I pull out to update Jeremy Pena, I know he could be the next thing. Like Juan Soto started his career with a World Series MVP, didn't he? If I'm not mistaken. Back in the day, like he could be, right? But you got some time too, because he just won the World Series. They just named MVP. MVPs don't always correlate in the World Series to great players. I mean, Deion Branch won a Super Bowl MVP at one point. Need I say more, right? Guys that don't ever end up being very good, they don't always, the fact that they win a World Series or a NBA Finals MVP or whatever. Andre Iguodala, another great example. Well, I was a Warriors fan. He won the MVP of the Finals. Is Andre Iguodala one of the top 10 players of all time? No, he's not. When Andre Iguodala won that, you should have been selling Andre Iguodala cards. He's still a multi-time champion, but I mean, is he like the greatest player ever? No. He's a good defender, a good role player. He had a pretty good career. So Jeremy Pena could very much be the same way. So yeah, I agree. Sell him.
Yeah, I would definitely sell the base cards. If you got like an auto or something nice, maybe you hold it for long term, but like I'm willing to admit my mistakes. I made a mistake last summer, not this past summer, summer of 2021. I usually don't sell my Bowman stuff, but I thought the market was going to crash. I really did. Like I thought it was going to bottom out and cards were going to be worthless. And I pulled a few things back to hold, but I sold a box of Bowman and I didn't know I sold it until recently. I went to look for it, and it had the Bowman Mojos that I'd opened from 2020. And I'm like, where's the Jeremy Pena? And I'm like, man, I sold at least a handful of Mojos. And I just looked earlier tonight, and those PSA 10s are selling for like $250 a piece. So if you have rookie stuff, Bowman stuff, put it away, hide it. I think last week just showed I sold those Christian Javier's at a show that have been sitting in a box for a year and a half, and they were worth nothing. And then you sell them for $50, a piece. But
thoughts on Panini draft picks?
Trash bags.
Yeah. Phil says, would you sell the SPs though? I think it's a great question. I don't know. I think you grade those first and then maybe sell them. Base cards, I think I'd be in a hurry to sell them if they're $5 or $7. Let's get them off the books. That base cards are kind of a no-brainer.
The SPs are a lot tougher decisions.
Much tougher decision.
That's like one of those things.
Iggy
What do you think?
Philly neighbor Bob, and Topps Fanatics, License Deal. We didn't touch on this, but I heard in murmurings that maybe the acquisition of Panini by Fanatics actually did go through, or it's very, very close. I don't know for sure, but I heard a couple murmurings about that. So stay tuned on that one. And if that happens, hopefully we get some pretty good products in a combined sense. And then Topps, the people that do the Topps photography need to teach Panini a lesson on Prism, because those Prism cards are just boring to look at. And Ronald Acuna. Yeah, Ronald Acuna might be a buy. I saw Scotty B make a video about him.
Dude,
he had a pretty rough year.
I mean, Juan Soto's you can get cheap. Tatis you can get cheap. A lot of these guys you can get cheap.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just, are the prices ever going to come back up? Maybe. Nobody knows. Where do you want to put your money?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Man, we got a lot of people watching.
We got a lot of people.
Let's go.
60 people want to watch us do a box battle and watch Brett kick my butt again.
And we'll see.
My record? I forget what my record is. It's like 2-7. It's not good.
I think that's right. 2-7.
I've won twice. I won on the Metal Champions box, and I won once on a select thing.
Speaking of a non-baseball product that I really liked this year was that Marvel Metal Universe. I wish I would have bought some more of that stuff.
The Spider-Man or the other one?
The Spider-Man. Well, both of them, but the Spider-Man especially.
Yeah, I thought the Spider-Man was cool. All right. Pack number 1.
Oh, hey, John.
Yeah.
I already have an advantage.
Why?
There's an extra pack in this thing.
Is that right?
Home field advantage paying off. 7 packs, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 packs in this thing. Just dropped one. And then I'm going to open the one with the relic first.
Bobby Witt, Stars of the MLB. That's not going to get it done. You're going to open the one with the relic first? You pull that J-Rod auto like Stryker did?
That would, yeah. If you're watching, Stryker pulled a J-Rod auto out of 10. What a huge pull.
I got a gold. Let's I think it's Astros colors. Maybe it's Jeremy Pena. That'd be cool.
Randy Rakes all day and night. Ken Griffey Jr. Nothing in that first pack, really. Ken Griffey Jr., the best card.
Catcher, Giants. That's not going to get it done. Nope, that ain't going to get it done. Kurt Caselli. Yeesh. That cannot be my best card out of that blaster. That would be pathetic.
You got, at least it's not like a 2-card box like the Mojos, or a 2-pack. Man, if you're watching, man, everybody make sure that you check out John's channel, ERB Sports. Everybody that's in here.
Jeremy Pena base. We were just talking about him. John Gray. Got another Giant. Carlos Rodon, rainbow foil. There's that Ken Griffey Jr. you pulled earlier.
So far, I don't have Jack, dude. I don't have Jack.
I'm halfway through. I pulled a gold and a couple base rookies. That's about it.
So my first good card, Bobby Witt Jr. base card. Got a black gold coming up. A Torkelson black gold.
That's decent.
Good looking card. So too bad if these I haven't seen too much out on the shelves, but if these blasters were $19.99 again, everybody would buy them. Like, there would be no shot to get them.
I'm down to 3 packs to go here.
I got 3 as well, and I had an extra pack advantage.
I got another numbered card or a short print.
Oh, baby.
Come on. This is a good pack. I got a black gold and a backwards card. This could be the winning pack right here. Let's find out. There's that 3,000 hit one you said you like. Kevin Smith, Jan Gomes. What do we got here? Oh, it's
Jake Lamb blue for me.
Tiger short.
Dude.
Is it
Dollar
Cabrera? I think
Dollar Box Banger Sports Card just donated $5 again, man. Check out his channel. He's been an awesome supporter.
Got a Javier Baez short print.
Really? That's your ST? Poor guy. Ooh, this one's cool.
I got a Bryce Harper black gold.
Here you go, John. This one's cool right here.
What's that?
An Ohtani All-Star blue border.
That's going to be hard to beat.
That is going to be hard to beat. I don't know what the value is on that, but I bet you that's at least a $10 card. You know? It's enough to sleeve it right now. Dollar Box Banger Sports Cards, thanks so much for the dono, dude. Really appreciate it.
Stephen Kwan rookie. Altuve All-Star game.
Last pack mojo.
My last pack has my relic in it. I doubt my relic is numbered.
I doubt it.
I think I got my 2 special cards in this one. I got a short print and I got a numbered card.
I got a gold in this one, I believe.
You got a gold. I got a blue. I got a retail blue as well. Maybe I get a retail blue rookie. Oh, come on. Man.
Oh, let me get this in a top loader, dude.
Jesus.
Oh, baby. That's the one we've been waiting for. Oh, baby.
Dang.
That one is a clear winner, boys. Oh, man. Wow. What's a J-Rod going for? Oh, last pack mojo. OMG.
You can't compete with that.
What?
You cannot compete with that.
Hey, it was the extra pack, John.
That is crazy. You pulled a J-Rod. Wow.
Oh, my God. I open up 40 hanger boxes and pull one blaster here, and this is better than all the cards and 40 hangers, dude. Oh, my God.
My blaster wasn't even bad. It was not horrible. Like, I got a Degotti blue rookie, a Torque and a Pena base, a Abrams base, Harper black gold. It was decent, but that ain't going to get it done against that. No way.
No. I was pretty happy with this Ohtani blue card.
I know.
You know, the All-Star game.
You were like, oh, I got a good one. Little did you know.
Uh-oh. Lon says Topps is sending me loaded boxes.
Topps is, I swear. They know your address.
Oh, God.
It's like, oh, yeah, this is, like Stryker said, he's like, well, if Brett was opening this, it'd be pure fire. So.
Oh, man. Unbelievable, dude.
That's crazy. I mean, I pulled a short print. I hadn't pulled a short print yet.
I had seen the gold, and I'm like, oh, and then I saw it was J-Rod when I was pulling it. I'm like, oh, my gosh.
Kyle Tucker, World Series winner.
Dude, Stryker donating $10.
He was
Stryker
watching.
to the man.
Hey, look at that.
Stryker, hey, John, we got to make sure that we get Stryker on next week to get to know about Stryker. I love his content.
Stryker,
we got to get him in here with us.
If you're in here and you're listening, you did 12 tacos, right, from Taco Bell. If you're in here listening, I'm a pro competitive eater. So I did a contest a couple weeks ago in Ohio. I did 6 pounds of pumpkin pie in 8 minutes. And I have a contest coming up next month, which is the St. Elmo Shrimp Cocktail Eating Championship. We got 8 minutes, all you can eat shrimp cocktail. Last year I did like 5.5 pounds. So I'm hoping for better this year. So if you like eating channels that do cards, that would be me.
ERB Sports, man, that's cool. We got to get Striker in next week. His pull of that J-Rod, no spoilers. Go check out his video today. Total fire. I'm looking forward to part 2. Man,
Just
what a night.
right when he pulled it too. Dang, gotta bring that comment up. That's crazy.
Appreciate the dono, man.
Yeah, Striker, if you Brett and I were joking on this live stream when you did the 12. I told Brett a couple years ago, maybe not a couple years ago, about a year ago, just for fun on a Saturday, I went and I made 36 tacos that were exactly weighed out like you would eat at Taco Bell, and I ate them all in like 20 minutes. So that's definitely worth the entertainment. Next time I videotape that. He said he would join right now if we want him in here. I have to find a way to send you the StreamYard link.
Yeah, hey John, I say we hold off.
Okay.
Publicize it. That way he can get it out to his people.
Yeah.
And
we might fumble a little bit on that one, but
I would like to be a little prepared because I do have some questions I want to ask him, but I don't have them like written down. And I want to make the episode only about Striker. Like it'd be cool to get that on here.
Okay.
Because I've been watching his stuff. I enjoy it. You know what I really like about Striker's channel? I love his value breakdowns. Those have been like my favorite of all, is just those value, because I don't have the skills to do what he's doing there. And I like that way that he breaks it down with just the value of, the price point that you buy it on, the pull rates. Those are really good videos. Those caught my eyes when he first started doing them. I've been watching them for a while. But, man, John.
This was my best card. Striker, I don't know. This in your heart, this might win because you're a Tigers fan, but Javi Baez short print. But I don't think it beats a gold J-Rod. Sadly to say, it doesn't. I don't know. Brett kicks my butt every week. My record's now 2-8. I don't know what it is. I'm
gonna write that down.
I'm 2-8.
2-8.
I have 0 luck against you.
Any parting shots, John?
It's been another good show, another good week, another fun week of update hunting, update openings. Update's a great product. The only final thoughts I have is we got a lot of exciting products coming up. Bowman Chrome, Finest, Update Chrome, probably some others I haven't mentioned. And I appreciate everybody watching. And that is all I have to say. And I've got a cat joining me. I don't know if Cat will. Wyatt, you want to come on camera? Here, come over here. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, you're not going to be so. She's going to hang out behind the camera. Cat almost
came in for a minute too. Man, we appreciate it. This is probably the most people we haven't had watch live. We're going to keep trying to do this show. Stay tuned. We appreciate your guys' support.
I was going to say, for Striker, as I get closer, tune into my channel. I'm going to do some training videos. I'll do some capacity challenges, probably some chugging. Might put those on my channel. So if you're into that sort of entertainment, you can watch it on my channel. Joey Chestnut will be at that contest. That is a Major League Eating contest. So that'll be all the big boys will be there. It'll be a fun contest, right, coinciding with the Big Ten championship game. So really looking forward to that one. And Brett, as you were taking us out, anything else to say?
That's it. Until next time, peace.
Have a good weekend, everybody. Take care.